if we are. That's it. Otherwise, he said, mentioned that just like with Haridas, we're not expected to chant every night, but we are expected to chant There Are 16. Certainly in the pastimes of Dhruva Maharaj was like drinking every 6th day and breathing every 9th day and performing some very severe austerities. And the purport, Prabhupada said, we're not competent to perform these austerities that Dhruva did, but we should follow these austerities. No meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication. And we should be as enthusiastic to follow these 4 principles as Dhruva was to perform his austerities in devotional service. And if we're that enthusiastic, we'll be successful. And so, when they ask if the Dharma is Sankirtan, then why do we chant japa? So this verse actually answers that question. We chant japa because Lord Chaitanya chanted japa, the 6 Goswamis chanted japa. Lord Chaitanya taught by his example to chant a fixed number of rounds on beads every day. Lord Bhagavatam says, Krishna Varanam Trisha Krishna Sangha Pangas Kaparshana Yagnai Sankirtana Prayar Yajanti Sumedasa. And in the age of Kali, the Supreme Lord appears in a golden form along with his associates and is worshipped by persons of sufficient intelligence by the congregational chanting of the holy name, Sankirtan. And so this chanting of the holy name is the Dharma of this age. There's many, many beautiful and excellent verses reminding us of that. One of Lord Chaitanya's favorite was Harinam, 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 Eva Kevalam, Lo Nashteva, 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 Gatir Anita. If you're interested about self-realization in this age of Kali, you must chant the holy name. You must chant the holy name. You must chant the holy name. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way. Sometimes Prabhupada, when commenting on that, he would say that fortunately we're not able to make any compromises with people who advocate karma yoga or jnana yoga or astanga yoga because of this verse. He said, first nasteva, there's no other way, means not by karma. The second means not by jnana. The third means not by yoga. Only by bhakti yoga. And that this bhakti yoga begins with the chanting of the holy name. It's not a new idea. There's a verse actually in the Adamya section of the Srimad Bhagavatam that mentions this. Edavani Valokes Minkum Sam Parasmitaha Bhakti Yoga Bhagavati Tanama Granadivi. The ultimate activity for the human being is the devotional service of the Supreme Lord, which begins Tanama Granadivi with the chanting of the holy name. So even back in Ajamil's time, it was understood that Bhakti Yoga begins with this chanting of the holy name. Another very important verse in this connection, actually a couplet, 2 verses together, are Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Idi Shudashakam Namnam, these 16 names, Kali Kamashanashanam, destroying all the impurities of the age of Kali. Nata Parataro Paya, there is no superior activity. Sarva Vedeshu Drishati. If you look through all the Vedic literatures, you won't find a superior method of self-realization for this age. So this mantra is actually mentioned. Sometimes people wonder why we stress this mantra. If Lord Chaitanya says, Nam Namakari Bahudani Jasarvasaktis, there are many, many names. Why these names? Because of that mantra, those 2 verses. What other verses are there about the holy name? There's one very famous one from the Canto of the Bhagavatam. Kali Dosha Nidhe Rajan, this age of Kali is an ocean of faults. Hasteka Mahan Guna, that it has one good quality. Kirtanadeva Krishnasya, simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna. Mukta Sangha, Ramrajet. Yes. One that can attain supreme liberation. So it's very well established that the chanting the holy name is the Dharma. There's no debate. So we should be very much convinced of this. So, in the Japa Reform Notebook, Satsrupa Das Goswami quoted in the very preface this quote by Prabhupada from the Madhya Lila, where he says that the chanting the 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is the most important instruction of the spiritual master. So that we should not forget. We may be thinking that this is my service or that is my service. But if we haven't completed 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna Mantra, then we haven't done our main service. And what will happen is our other service will turn into karma, basically, if we don't do our 16 rounds. We'll lose track of our transcendental focus. And many people in the history of ISKCON have not taken seriously the 16 rounds and have lost track of their transcendental objective. So, the remainder of this class, which I guess ends at 9 o'clock on Sunday, is that true? I just wanted to talk about improving japa. Improving japa is the topic. It started actually, Satsrupa Maharaj was one of the first japa reformers, and then other people got on the japa reform bandwagon and introduced japa retreats. I had the good pleasure of going to a couple of japa retreats with Satchidananda Swami and Radhadesh. Of course, one of my favorite ideas concerning japa comes from a quote in the Harinam Chintamani, actually, that describes it. Even if we can eliminate by our strength of our intelligence, we can eliminate the 10 offenses from our life, from our chanting. If we can't eliminate the offense of inattention, we will not attain Krishna Prema. This inattention is not a light offense. It's very offensive actually, because the holy name is Krishna himself. So when we're chanting, Krishna is personally appearing in our mind. So if we ignore him, that is very bad. It's just like if Krishna comes to your place, knocks on your door, and you don't answer the door, or you answer the door and you just stand there and don't say anything, or you invite him in and offer him a seat and then go back to your email. Or, I mean, it's actually unthinkable. So, we have to think like that we're inviting Krishna into our mind by our chanting. And then when Krishna is there, we can't neglect him. We can't not offer him a place to sit. We can't not offer him obeisances. We can't not offer him some food. We cannot offer him a place to rest. And we have to offer reception to the Lord who's appearing in the holy name. And the minimum reception is just to hear. So, how to chant attentively? There's different strategies. One is to remember our predicament. Basically, until we attain love for Krishna, we're going to have to get another material body to practice bhakti yoga. And although it's nice being situated in human society and practicing bhakti yoga, still it's much better to be able to loka Vrindavan, spontaneously living bhakti yoga. So it's troublesome to take another material body, but unless our chanting is pure before the end of this life, we'll have to take another material body. So we can keep in mind that we haven't attained perfection, and our time is running out. There's there's none of us who is not getting closer to death each day. Everyone is getting one day closer.